How they have waited, how they have thirsted. Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs have gone and done it at last. Ange Postecoglou has delivered as he promised he would.
And the Europa League has been won by the Tottenham Hotspurs. Our own Ange Postecoglou has got it done, kept his promise, and we've got the super fan on the line. Now, we spoke to Chris Cowan all those years ago when Ange first got the job. Chris, how are you feeling at this moment?
Incredible feeling, and I'm sorry for the sound of my voice. I've been singing and I've been shouting, especially in that second half, willing Spurs to get over the line, and finally we have lifted that trophy after 17 long years, 41-year wait for a European trophy, and as Ange always says, he delivers a trophy in his second season, and I tell you what, I could not be happier. I could not be happier right now.
Were you at any stage, because of the terrible Premier League season you've had, were you in any doubt that this one might come through?
Do you know, no, I didn't have any doubt about this competition because the Europa League, we seem to be a different animal in this competition this season. Yes, I know a lot of the media keep going on about how poor the league season has been, which it has. It's been really difficult to watch at times, but in the Europa League, we've been a different animal and we've been a different, we've been a different team completely. And Ange seems to be very pragmatic as well in his approach in these games. It wasn't the best game last night, but I don't care. We got over the line. We put that trophy in the cabinet, and I tell you what, the thing that really stuck out for me is the fact that the smile that Ange had on his face, because it had been a really, really tough season for him, and his wife and his kids run onto the pitch and hugged him, and that was a real special moment for him. And the fans haven't sung his name for quite a long time, and they did not stop singing his name last night in that stadium. It was incredible.
Congratulations, Chris. And half those fans wanted our gaffer out halfway through the year, so a little bit ironic for us guys over here in Australia calling for his head. Yeah,
it's a weird situation because, of course, Postecoglou now has been more successful than a lot of managers at Spurs. We've had a lot of very good managers. We've had a lot of very good players that sadly haven't got over the line and lifted trophies at Spurs. And Postecoglou, it's one of those funny situations, isn't it? That he says, I always win a trophy in my second season, and he's done it. And the media have tried to catch him out, as we've gone out of the FA Cup and the League Cup. That same old question kept coming up. Well, you always said you win a trophy in your second season, and I love it. I love when people prove people wrong, and Ange has certainly done that.
Who's the clown now, eh?
Yeah, what a statement.
Well, do you know what? When you think of the two seasons under Ange, we played some super football last season. We ended up fifth in the Premier League. Not a lot of people expected that, particularly when Harry Kane departed the football club. And then in the second season, we record a podcast a couple of times a week, and the amount of Spurs fans that come on and say, I'd rather finish mid-table or just above the relegation zone if we won a trophy. Well, that is exactly what's happened now. Yeah. So the two seasons that he's had at the football club should go down as a success. Yes, the Premier League form hasn't been good, but it's going to be a very, very interesting situation now because a lot of people expect Ange to go, but the mood that Ange Postecoglou and this Tottenham Hotspur side, and by the way, I was saying, the week leading to this game, go out there and be heroes, and every single player last night in that stadium was a hero. Everyone played their part. I felt like Richarlison probably played his best game in a Spurs shirt. Mickey van der Ven, that clearance off the line.
Oh, my.
Brennan Johnson scoring it again. Danso then coming into the team and Ange, changing things up. I just felt like everyone delivered, and it's so important because when you want to be successful and win trophies, everyone must play their part, and that certainly happened.
Well, it was very early in the morning for us, but we got up. We were committed absolutely to the cause, Chris. And I'm watching the game, and I appreciated the Johnson goal, and everything was going okay. But then, they, to their credit, Man United had a crack, and they were coming at you and the like. But that Mickey van der Ven, that save was at first I didn't know how it happened. I knew it got past the keeper, but I thought to myself, where was he? And that scissor kick to get it off the line was just amazing.
Yeah, when you look at strikers, how they all get the plaudits all the time through scoring the goals, that was as good as scoring a goal in my opinion.
Yeah.
That clearance off the line, incredible. But as I say, everyone had to play their part, and just to see everyone's faces, the fans have waited for this for so long, but to see the players' faces as well, there was that real connection, and we haven't witnessed something like this for such a long time. And I tell you what, when I witnessed that last night, I just want more. I want more now. But we're playing Champions League next year, and that's delightful because, as we've all said, it's been a poor league season, and we've saved it because Ange has delivered this trophy, and everyone is on such a high. I'm now at the airport racing to get home because I want to
the parade.
Go down that high road, and the parade will be happening, and Son will be parading that trophy as captain, and that is going to be absolutely wonderful scenes.
Well, Ange said, he's been quoted, I'm going back to my hotel room, I'll get my family and friends, and we're going to open up a nice bottle of scotch. What did you open up last night, mate? A bit of can of whoopee?
I tell you what, you could probably hear in my voice, I'm pretty rough right now because, as I said, I've been singing all night, and I've come to the airport and I've literally had zero sleep. So, of course, we had an apartment to stay in, but because we have got an early flight, we stayed out so late last night. We've come straight here. So, yeah.
No point
it's been
in
wonderful.
the room.
It really has.
What might be even sweeter, Chris, is you play Brighton at home on Monday, win, you could jump Man United, go up another spot and get another $2.5 million in the tin tank. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Absolutely. It would be nice to finish the league season on a high. And, of course, that Europa League trophy will be in the stadium. So everyone will want to see that trophy going around in the stadium as well. So we've got the parade on Friday, and then they'll be parading that trophy around on Sunday. So we've got a good couple of days to look forward to. But going back to your point about Ange having a scotch, he deserves it. He really does. Because, as I said, he's had a lot of criticism. And I just love the fact that, and we've spoken about this on your show many times in the last couple of years, how he has proved so many people wrong, and he's always delivered success at the clubs that he's been at.
Brilliant. Chris Cowan, our special guest, the superfan on his way back to London. Now, take this back to the hierarchy from everybody in Australia, because he's now our new national star, is Ange Postecoglou. If Tottenham sack our gaffer, we're going to come over there in the masses and burn down that brand new, shiny, bloody stadium that you've got. Make no mistake, us Aussies can crack it up, Chris.
Now, the last time I spoke to you, I thought you guys were getting Tottenham shirts, so I hope you're sitting there in the studio with your Spurs shirts now.
Yeah, well done. Hey, Chris, let's go to the break with Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Come on, Chris, sing us to the break.
When the Spurs go marching in.
Go!
I wanna be in
I've got no voice to be singing this morning.
Hey?
Oh, when the Spurs go marching in.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well done. He didn't know what I meant by Saints. I got that wrong, didn't I? Chris Cowan, our guest.